Hello everyone! In this week's video we're going to be talking about perspective. I'm going to make a series of videos talking about perspective and backgrounds, and in this video I'll be talking about the basics of perspective. So if you don't know much about perspective and backgrounds, this video will be good for you, I hope. Now before we start this video, some of you may have noticed this channel is really close to or has reached 100,000 subscribers. I don't know what it'll be at when I post this video, but anyways, thank you all so much. So because of that, I'm going to be doing a 100,000 subscribers special next week. I'm going to do a question and answer video, so please leave some questions for me in the comment section. Ask me anything, it doesn't have to be art related, and it might be fun to have some kind of random questions. Anyways, thank you all so much again, and now let's get back to the tutorial. So now let's talk about the eye level or horizon line. This is basically where the eye level of the viewer is. For now, think of the eye level as where the sky meets the land. If we move the eye level up, we will see more of the ground and less of the sky. And if we move it down, we'll see more of the sky and less of the ground. Next we have the vanishing point. The vanishing point is very important when drawing backgrounds because many of the lines we draw will go back and meet at the vanishing point. It's where the lines vanish. Now let's say I wanted to draw a sidewalk. I would first draw some lines heading towards the vanishing point. Sidewalks are usually broken up into sections, so let's add some horizontal lines. Now you might be thinking this looks a little funky, and that's because I broke the sidewalk into equal sections, and this results in the sidewalk not looking correct. How I fix this is that as we get closer to the horizon line, the space in between each line gets smaller and smaller. So I need to make the squares on the sidewalk get smaller and smaller as we get closer to the horizon. The same rule applies for vertical lines. The closer to the vanishing point, the closer the lines get to each other. Now let's say we place a box right in the middle of the scene. Because it is in the middle, we cannot see the other sides of the box. But if we place some boxes on the left and right sides of the vanishing point, we can see the sides of the box. Now what if we place the box above the eye level? Well, then we'll be able to see the bottom of the box because our eye level is under it. If we have boxes above and to the sides, we'll be able to see the bottom and sides of the box. Also, I want to mention that the further we place the box to the side of the vanishing point, the more of the side of the box we can see. The blue box is further to the side than the pink box, so we can see more of the side on the blue box. The same rule applies when we place the box under the eye level. Instead, now we see the top of the boxes. So now that we've talked about the basics of one-point perspective, I'm going to draw a background. For my background, I've decided to move the vanishing point a little to the right to make it more interesting. But don't worry, all of the rules I talked about still apply. Now I'm not an expert at drawing backgrounds, so this background is going to be pretty simple, even though I am drawing this background digitally. Mostly just because I find it easier and I'm bad with rulers. If you're drawing a background on paper, it may be handy to use a ruler, and you can definitely still draw backgrounds and stuff on paper. So yeah, whenever I work digitally, sometimes people think that only applies to digital, but all of these rules and everything still apply if you're drawing with paper and pencil. While drawing this background, I always try to remember where the vanishing point is. If I don't have my lines go back to the vanishing point, things will start to look kind of funny. When drawing things that slant, I draw where I want the top of the slant to be, and then I draw where I want the bottom of the slant to go. Then I connect the top and bottom with a slanting line. A good way to practice perspective is to start by drawing simple things like boxes or simple buildings, and as you keep getting better, you can draw more complicated things like furniture or more complicated scenes. When drawing backgrounds, it can help to use references. This can help you get ideas and make things more interesting and realistic. I didn't use any references, but like I said, I was keeping it simple. So I'm really excited for the 100,000 special. Please leave questions because it'll be a very boring video if I don't have any questions. So please leave me questions. But I'm really excited, and I love how so many of you are getting excited too. It makes me happy when I see that you guys are also excited. So that ends this video. I hope you enjoyed it and that it helped. thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next week in my next video, which is the 100,000 subscriber special. I can't believe I'm actually saying that. But thank you all so much, and I'll see you all next week. Bye!